Hi, it's Marieta. Thanks for tuning in today's video. I want to talk about how to apply for B visa B1/B2 in 2021, what mistakes to avoid if you want to successfully be approved. Coming up. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe here, make sure to hit that bell notification button so you guys are notified every time I release new content. And let's get started in today's video. I want to focus on B visa, simple B visa, because many of you are asking me this question: can I travel to US under B visa? Can I apply for B visa in 2021, and so on. So let's get started. So first things first, US embassies are focused on serving mainly, as of now, with the pandemic and all of the chaos that was going on in 2020. What they are doing, they're focusing on serving primarily US citizens as well as US residents and residents. That means green card holders and their families. And then they're focused on serving students, M visa, J1 visa, F1 visa, and then also some of the other visa types such as E2 visa, for example, O visas, and so on. However, their priority is not necessarily on issuance of tourist visas. So even if you have, for example, schedule your interview, chances are your interview will be scheduled later in 2021 because it's not the priority right now, and it's not within the category of emergency, right? It's not emergency appointment unless you meet the requirements to apply for emergency appointment. So to answer your question, technically, yeah, you can apply for B visa. However, the question is whether you're going to have your visa appointment soon or not. It really depends on the local embassy in your country, and every single embassy has currently different rules because of the different local conditions. So you do need to check your local embassy for that. You do need to check the website and the information that are available and read them, and you can even contact this embassy. Now, when it comes to applying for B visa, especially B1 visa is a business visa, meaning the intention and the purpose of your trip in the United States is a business trip, meaning you can meet business clients, or you are meeting business colleagues, or possible you are attending conferences, workshops, seminars, which these days are not that likely because of the pandemic and so on. So the large gatherings are not really happening, but yeah, you can enter United States under B1 visa, business tourist sort of visa. Now, if you are from the countries that are on the travel ban list, right, such as European Union countries and so on, UK countries and so on, UK actually, and so on, in that case, you cannot travel to United States because of the travel ban. The travel ban is still in place. Travel ban was not lifted yet, and that means that if you are coming from, for example, European Union, you spend 2 weeks in the European Union, you cannot right now enter United States because of the current travel ban that is still in place. And especially if you're coming from UK, based on the new recent updates, you have to show and present a test, PCR test, or the other one that is actually antibody test that is showing that you are not infected by COVID-19, and it has to be 72 hours old. Okay, so if you present the test that is 4 or 5 days old, they're not going to accept it. So these are things you need to be aware of. Now, when it comes to applying for B visa, the biggest mistake people are making, and I'm seeing this mistake over and over again, is that they are not presenting strong documentation when it comes to ties to your home country. So what this essentially means is that you have to show that you have strong ties in your home country, which is basically going to make you, these ties will make you come back. So for example, you have family members, you have a spouse that is still in Europe, you have kids that are living in Europe, for example, if you're from Europe. You have a business that you're running back home. Maybe you have a job, employment, full-time employment back home. So these are examples of evidence that will demonstrate strong ties to your home country. If you don't have any strong ties, there is a reason for you not to be approved, because you lacking strong ties. And if you are lacking a strong tie to your home country, chances are you might not want to return back home, and chances are that you might have intention to stay or overstay in the United States, right? And for that matter, if you remember, we do have that a visa bond that is impacting, the pilot program that is impacting African countries, 15 African countries. I already made a video on the visa bond. I will link that video here for you guys. So be careful when applying for B visa, especially in 2021. You do want to submit strong evidence demonstrating that you have strong ties to your home country. And for those who need further help, I do have a program, separate program, that is going to show you how you prepare for your B visa interview and how you answer those questions and what documents you need to submit. And this program I will be linking below this video, and it's called Simple How You Get B Visa and get approved in 2021. So remember to submit evidence documenting strong ties. What else you need to do? Well, you also need to have a return ticket. People sometimes ask me, should I have a return ticket? Should I even have a ticket when I apply for the visa? And you know, the answer is not necessarily. You don't necessarily have to have a ticket yet, but when you're flying to the United States and if you get your B visa approval, you want to make sure that you do have a return ticket, because by having a return ticket, you actually show again that intention, that intent to return, right, back to your home country. If you have an open ticket, if you just have one-way ticket, what kind of message is this sending? Think about it, right? So I highly recommend that you book a return ticket, and you even do that before you even apply for your visa. Okay, and you can, you know, pay extra and then you can change the ticket if you need to, right? Or you can pay extra, you can have an insurance, so if there is a refund, let's say you don't get the visa approval, then you can still request a refund and so on. So there are ways, right? So if your excuse is that you're gonna waste money, that's not a good excuse. You need to show intention, that you have intention to come back home, right? So you supply the strong ties documentation, you supply the return ticket. And number 3, you need to show that you have sufficient funds to finance your stay. Okay, so if your stay is 1 month long, 2 months long, couple of weeks, you need to show by evidence, bank statement, that you have sufficient funds to be able to finance your stay. Now, if you are going to US for a business trip, right? For example, you have business partners in the United States, or you have a potential business partners in the United States. In that case, I highly recommend that your business partners will issue sort of a letter, information letter or invitation letter. If you're going for a conference or sort of seminar, webinar, whatever, then in that case, not webinar, seminar, in that case, you should show and present evidence that you have purchased this seminar, workshop, and so on. Okay, so it has to make sense that, you know, you are going there, but you will return, and it's a legit trip, and your intention is not to overstay, and therefore you need to show strong, relevant evidence, okay? And most important is really to show that you are able to finance this trip, that you have sufficient funds in your bank account for this trip. And it depends on you, it depends individually on the obviously nature of your trip, what exactly you're going to be doing there. And based on that, you need to show the funds that is available in your bank account. And also the funds should be available in your bank account when you are entering the US, because again, just because you are applying for a B visa doesn't necessarily mean you will be entered the United States, right? So when you are entering the United States, you should also present the evidence. You should show the evidence that you have the return ticket, and you should also show the evidence that you actually have sufficient funds to support your stay. And by the way, don't show it by having cash with you. I don't recommend that. What I'm recommending is to show bank statement, current bank statement, and again, present those ties at the board of entry, that you will come back home because you have these reasons to come back home. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful, guys. If you want to learn more, again, I do have that program below this video that's going to guide you step by step what you need to know, how you actually apply for your B visa in 2021. And again, like, stay tuned for my upcoming videos. I will be sharing updates when it comes to travel ban, updates when it comes to European travel ban, when can you enter the US, and so on, when is that gonna be lifted, and all the things you need to know when it comes to traveling to United States in 2021, because this seems to be frequently asked question. So stay tuned, stay well, and happy holidays. See you soon. Bye.